Let us take a moment to observe and respect the religious diversities among us. Friends, with an insightful presentation, Mr. Irshad Lai, Business Development Manager.
Give you a brief introduction about our company. I know the company in Sri Lanka before, maybe in a different terms. I would like to give you a brief introduction about it. BridgeMe is a microcredit company, and actually we are not a bank, we are not a financial institution. We are a company who basically handle microcredit concept. So what is this microcredit concept? It is small. So we are helping individuals and small businesses to achieve purchase and with just small requirements. So that is our whole purpose. To middle and low income individuals. So we have more poor than the rich, and the middle class is getting poor. So that is their lifestyle, and increase their affordability to buy things to improve their lifestyle. And so also to enhance their mass market. But we will be having a different approach where we will be approaching the companies and providing these solutions to finance help them in their day-to-day business, to purchase assets, to purchase raw materials. We will be there to help them out to purchase the things on behalf of the intermediaries. We don't have banks in between. We don't have agents in between. So we have currently tied up with most of the retail outlets in Sri Lanka, most of the renowned retail outlets in Sri Lanka, and they come and the count is keep on increasing, and we will be an intermediary between the customer and the retail outlet, and we will pay on behalf of the client, and we will be recovering time over the period of time. This is the BridgeMe concept. So only we, customer, and the retail outlet is involved. And when it comes to credit card, you have that complicated cycle, because acquiring bank is involved, credit card issuing bank is involved. Everyone's commission is included when it comes to the end selling price of the good. So we wanted to pass this benefit to the client. So it can be home electronics, it can be mobile phone, and if they want to buy a air ticket purchase, so we can facilitate all of this. Company tying up with us, offering this buy now pay easy plans to their staff. So definitely it will be a good welfare. Our process is very simple. As I told you, we don't have intermediaries, so our process is very simple. We will be launching a loyalty program, and also we'll be sending a newsletter on a monthly basis to the public and also to the companies that who are tied up with us. So through this loyalty program, we are expecting you further benefits to the clients along with the existing vendors that we have. Show interest and register with us, and also they can
There in Sri Lanka right now to share this that story with you, that's the professional and personal commitment I have to be able to see right now. But I think thanks to technology, we can always connect with the team for great idea and bringing this from an idea to execution. We've been speaking about this thing for
the idea behind is we understand the current market need. What is for? Currently the banks are not offering credit cards. Middle income community where they don't have a place to go. We understand that, we make sure that so they don't disturb their lifestyle. So BridgeMe is the long-term plan. We wanted to go micro projects where we want to go to the rural and help the community to come up in life. It's of society, communities, associations, schools, so their members can acquire the facility from us.
Faced with the situation of buy now, won't pay later.
It's apparent. So there are underprivileged staff. What I mean by underprivileged staff is they can't go to a bank, as Mr. Irshad explained in his presentation. They can't go to a finance company. They can't go to an individual to borrow money. They have a pre-set of criteria which is given to corporate who already tied up with us. In terms of their number of years, how much they have employed, and what is their basic pay, and etc. There are few key elements. So once they tied up with us, we get a letter or a confirmation from the HR when they monthly pay, this particular installment is deducted from their salaries. So technically the staff who is obtaining the facility is not going to pay, in terms of so we get a one payment from that particular human resource manager or the respective trustee of that association from a one particular pay on a month basis to make sure that they have paid it and they get a particular time period. So we are introducing a concept like, okay, one person is taking this facility, we'll ask another staff to give us a guarantor. So make sure within this 6 month or the 1 year period which is designated that employee won't resign. Actually this concept is, yes, we have a profit idea, but the main thing is to help the underprivileged. What I mean by underprivileged, staff who can't approach the banks or finance companies, even credit cards. Even nowadays, the majority of the credit cards are not offering installment schemes. So even though I told underprivileged staff, assume a assistant manager or the upper grade staff, if they have a vehicle, when they want to change a tire, when they want to go for a mattress in their house. So all these things now become little unaffordable or kind of a luxury goods. So because of the current economical context. So this concept we try to practice over and over again with the high-end and different layers with the different...
in their lending. So what is it different about you and not so different about the bank?
Factory. So the laborers who are working for 5 years or 6 years or 3 years, whatever the designation. So these staff, if they go to a bank, they ask for a payslip. So the moment they see a payslip, they say that, okay, you can't afford to have these goods. And the banks or the finance companies, the credit evaluation criteria is not going to support the requirement of this designated individual. And they say that the concept, oh, you can go for a personal loan, but personal loan have its own conditions and the features. But this is purely an asset. So somebody is buying it, it's particular for their family or for their requirement. So I would say a small staff or a small member who is drawing less than 50,000 salary in the market, it is not easy. I'm not saying it is not possible. It is not easy to reach a bank or a finance.
Guarantor as well. What if the guarantor and the employee who got the loan when they resign together? In that case, will the company will be liable to pay the accountability?
Not really. Say for example, by nature, these plans are short term. So 6 months or 12 months. As you said, we have two types of locking ins. I can't call it as a guarantee or something. One is the HR deduction, monthly deduction until the staff is working with them. In case of a staff leave, we say that within 3 months time, but then again, we are qualifying the staff who has about more than 5 years or certain criteria are given. So if it is more than 5 years, they may have their gratuities and all the other stuff before clearance. So then we can have an understanding with HR, say how we going to recover it. Guarantee is not the understanding to make that particular person to pay, whereas we can get a support if requires to kind of a pushing. And these amounts are not huge. Say maybe we have normal smartphones that they want to have it, so even a laptop for their kids. So those things in future, as one of the leading company came with us for a partnership in terms of a very domestic usage and very important product which became now not affordable by many people. So, but right now without their permission I am unable to quote their name. Once it is tied up, we will be definitely briefing the media on that. So those things going to help the market and as a service to get that privilege. Earlier, yes.
Your documentation is not less than what the banks will also need.
I would say it's simple. For example, what we mainly require is mainly the application form. So in terms of the application form itself, it's a 2-page application form, itself is a carrier component where the HR undertaking to deduct the salary, which no objection given by the employee. Then the 3-month employment confirmation letter and ID card is a very simple documentation. So in terms of the banks, yes, they run through the credit report of the person. So if they have guaranteed somebody else. And you see in terms of this kind of the privilege, underprivileged staff who are working or less than 2 weeks. In our context, if they can get the HR letter within a day or two, maximum within a week's time, the goods will be delivered by the vendor to their place. And even during the last Christmas, we were running a pilot project on this. All the goods before the festival, it was delivered and the guarantee is from the vendor itself.
There are representatives working in regions. So we are currently in Ambanpota as a representative, and Kandy and Nigambu. Even Eastern now, actually we are negotiating with the person who, so individually there are marketing taking place, but physical officers are not placed. But our long term, actually speaking, we are concentrating on our branch network. That will be in our second line of plan that we will be having it.
Which category does it fall?
Obviously, the Sri Lanka government will, we are introducing a microcredit line, so definitely we will be acquiring our license to that.
Negotiating with a few foreign funds which is supporting these concepts will be joining us in later stages. So first, as Mr. Love explained in his keynote, this is going to be digitalized very soon. Once we have running for last 6 months in terms of a private pilot project, and then once it is digitalized, it will be very transparent, and even the investors who are coming in, of course, at the moment shareholders are funding it, but
Alright, so this is a product of. Okay, right.